Indeed, President, I think this proposal is pro-citizen and very much pro-single market. It makes absolute sense that we should have standardised forms in multilingual context. And I welcome this regulation as a practical example of making the European Union work for ordinary citizens. As others have said, this is the first phase in terms of birth certificates and marriage certificates, and I think we should encourage the Commission and this Parliament to be bolder at the next phase, particularly in terms of young people when it comes to the translation into diplomas and degrees. We know that somewhere between 6 and 8% of the European Union citizens travel and work in other member states. We have an obligation to make sure that their passage in those countries is made as smooth as possible. And certainly for Irish people who travel around the European Union, that can be difficult in terms of the number of documents that are needed. So having these standardised documents in a multilingual form makes absolute sense. But I do think we need to be bold, we need to be ambitious for the future, and I see this as the first step rather than the last step. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jakovčić.